The following scenario you're about to see is patch management over the software distribution infrastructure, also known as the SDI. The software distribution infrastructure provides the following. It has a scalable design, which means that you can add depot servers to accommodate the needs of your network. It has optional peer-to-peer file sharing, which means that a file can be downloaded from peer systems that have previously downloaded the same file. And as well, there is adaptive bandwidth control. You can throttle the transfer rate from both depot servers and peers to minimize the impact of downloads on existing network traffic from other applications. This scenario is best viewed in a resolution of 1280 by 1024. Welcome to Tivoli Provisioning Manager for Software, also known as TPM for Software. What you're seeing now is the welcome screen to TPM for Software. And for this scenario of patch management over the software distribution infrastructure, let's start off by looking at the inventory of machines that TPM for Software knows about. To do that, we click on the left-hand navigation here, Inventory, Manage Inventory, Computers. And on the right-hand side, we're shown a list of all the machines that are currently in our database. And for the patch management, we'll choose demo-target-03, which currently has Windows XP Professional Service Pack 2. The first step in running patch management in Windows environment is to install the Windows Update agent. To do that, we go back to our left-hand navigation and we choose Software Management, Install Software Products. And on the right-hand side, the Install Software Products one-page wizard is displayed. And the first thing it asks us to do is select the software. So I'm going to quickly search for the Windows Update agent. And I'm going to select that. The next thing it asks us to choose is the computers. In this case, I'm going to display the list by this same list that we saw of computers just previously. And from that list, I'm going to choose the demo-target-03 machine. The next thing it asks us to do is choose to schedule this now or sometime in the future, and then notify us through email when the task begins, when it completes, or if there are any errors. I'm going to click Submit. Clicking Submit brings us to the Track Task page, which is filtered by task scheduled for today. And as you can see, there is our Install Software Products task, which is currently in progress. So our task is completed, and the next step is to run the Microsoft Windows Update scan. To do that, we go to our left-hand navigation, we choose Manage Discovery, Discovery Configurations. And on the right-hand side, you're seeing 38 of the different discovery methods that are out of the box. And the one that we're interested in right now is the Microsoft Windows Update scan. To run, I click the Actions, Run button, and this brings me to a one-page task wizard, and they're asking me to choose the target. In this case, I'm going to search again by computers and choose the demo-target-03 machine. They're asking me to schedule this now or sometime in the future, and to be notified through email for success, errors, or when it begins. Click Submit. Clicking Submit brings us back to the Track Task page, and you can see that our task is currently in progress. Our task is completed, and the next step is to configure and run compliance on this machine. To do that, we go back to our computers, select our target, go to its Compliance tab, and at the Compliance page, we choose Edit, Add Security Compliance. This brings up the Add Security Compliance Checks window, and we need to select from the available compliance checks the operating system's patches and updates. We click Add and Save. This brings us back to the Compliance tab, and you can see in this table that our check is now listed, and we can now run this check. Running the check brings us to the Track Task page, and you can see that our check is already completed. So we'll go back now to that compliance page on our target, and you'll see that our check shows a scan time and it is not compliant. So I'm going to choose to look at the recommendations, and you can see a list of all the different securities and updates that are needed on this particular Windows XP box. So we'll choose the first one that's already listed here, select and approve, And I'm going to select and schedule to run this. Clicking the schedule button brings us to a one-page install patches wizard. And you can see that the software is already pre-selected. The machine is pre-selected. So all we have to do is either schedule this now or sometime in the future. And if we want to notify when the task begins, successful, or any errors. So I'll click submit. Clicking submit brings us to the track task page again. And you can see our remediation process is currently in progress. Our task is completed. And let's quickly look at the computer's software tab and view the additional patch that's been added to the software tab. I'll click on my demo-target-03 machine and then click on the software tab. Clicking on the software tab, we'll see now that there are 3 pages worth of different software. And if I go through the list here, you should see on the 3rd page the Cumulative Security Update for Internet Explorer 6 for Windows XP, which we just currently installed. And that completes the scenario patch management over the software distribution infrastructure.